Hey there everybody, it's Mike Delisio with another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing. Well, today we're taking a look at something that I am very much anticipating. This is the newest game from Chip Theory. This is Hoplomachus Victorum. So this is a kind of a iteration of an earlier game by them called Hoplomachus. Actually, I think there was a subtitle to that, but this is a solo only 90 minutes per act game with the typical Chip Theory production of poker chips and neoprene. The fate of the ancient world rests in your hands. Hoplomachus Victorum is an epic game of gladiatorial combat for one player. Throughout the game's 4 acts, the player will transform their lowly hero into a powerful leader, besting warriors on 8 unique maps and building a powerful army to take on the scions in the final conflict. With tactics and rules that are easy to learn but challenging to master, Hoplomachus Victorum is a strategic feast that will keep the experienced solo player engaged for hours as they chart the bravest route to victory. All right, so the production is always something to behold in a Chip Theory game, and so let's take a look at what we have inside this rather large box with a rather dramatic cover. All right, so let's first of all take a look at the books here. So here's our how to play. Okay. Table of contents. Number of chips. Books, cards, game mats, arena mats. Got some background story. An overview. It's played as a campaign, a monumental epic that tells your hero's story. To win a campaign, your hero must defeat 3 Primuses and then prevail in battle at Mount Vesuvius against one of Pluto's scions, or even Pluto himself. All right. Most important rules, some game references here. Preparing to play. The component setup, the hero setup. The rival setup. Hero tracking pad anatomy. Talking about the units, the anatomy of a unit chip. All right, they go into a number of details there. The structure of play, broken into 4 acts. Each act can last up to 12 weeks. An act can end before 12 weeks are up, but an act can never be longer than 12 weeks. A round has 3 phases, which always happen in this order. 1, the travel phase. 2, the event phase. 3, the cleanup phase. They talk in more detail, as you might expect, about each of these different phases. I'm assuming the event phase will probably be the most detailed, or the largest part of it. Talking about combat. I mean, this is a combat game. I imagine you have to go through quite a bit of example with plenty of illustrated examples. And then the cleanup phase. So yes, the event phase is clearly the biggest, most involved part of the game. More info, special rules, upgrading your hero, stacking stats and skills, saving the game. Much of the gameplay content in Hoplomachus Victorum is cross-compatible with Hoplomachus Remastered and vice versa. So, Remastered, I believe, is the multiplayer version of the game. Some index, hero details, and a quick reference on the back. All right. We've also got some Scion epilogues here. Story content. All right. So we've got, now there's a lot of stuff in here. I'm not going to be going into tremendous detail on all these because that's not the scope of what we're doing with an unboxing. We're just trying to give you an idea. So, unit skills, player reference. We've got hero tracker, but it looks like this might take the place of that, this premium hero tracker mat. So let's take a look at that. Yeah, it says this may be used in place of the paper tracking pad. So this is an upgrade. Some little metal pegs here. All right, so that takes the place of that. We've got a bag here. I believe this might take the place of that. It's a very swanky bag. All right. So that might take the place of that. All right, well, a metal piece here. Let's take a look. I'm just kind of go bit by bit. There is a lot, again, to kind of show off here. Here's a neoprene mat. I'll just kind of scroll it across here. All right. My goodness. Assuming this comes apart. Yes, it does. Look at that. A display for chips and cards. Very, very impressive. Just trying to remember how this was in the box. Is it like that? Well, I'll look back on this to remind myself. Let's look at some poker chips. Tracking chips here. I believe these are not the heavy-duty ones. I think you can probably get upgraded. Oh, the humanity. You can get some upgraded chips usually for these types of things, although these are perfectly good quality in my mind. So, there you go. One of the red, the blue. These are the heftier chips. You can feel it just by picking up the tray. Show off some of these, hopefully without spilling them quite as dramatically as I did a moment ago. Let me just give you an example. I'm not going to show off all of these. I'm just going to show off a few so you can get an idea. Now these are, again, much heftier. You can get an idea of the look of them, the iconography, things along those lines. And there are many, many, many of these chips in the game. Again, keeping in mind, this is not an exhaustive overview. This is simply an unboxing where I'm just trying to give you an idea of some of the different types of chips that are in there. There are lots of them. I'm really trying to remember, was this under, perhaps this was underneath this? Perhaps this was like this. I think that's how it was. Yeah, that was like that. Okay. Let's look at some more mats. You can see I'm not going in any particular order. I'm just like, hey, let's look at this. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. We've got a number of different double-sided mats that I guess are like arena mats. All right. Show those off. Ooh, that's a cool looking mat. There's some more. All these double-sided. There we go. And let's see, we got all kinds of dice here. All custom D6s. Lovely, lovely, lovely looking. We've got some big chips here. Look at these. Double the thickness of the other chips. There we go. All right, we've got cards, lots of cards. These are the mini size cards. As all the Chip Theory games are, these are plastic cards. Backs of the cards. Some Hero Prowess cards. These are text, so there's not a whole lot here that I'm going to be showing you because it's mostly text. Almost all text. All right. Those will go back. There. Standard size cards. Bloodshed. Well, that sounds dramatic. Blood Feud. Dragon's Teeth. So, looks like event cards, perhaps. All right. Some opportunity cards. Mostly text on these, like, so we're not looking, this is not, you know, these art, the cards are not filled with art, they're text-based cards. I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing, it's just a thing. I'm trying to keep these separated in case it matters, which it might. These are sport cards. The Endless Climb. The Quaking Earth. All right. And then, finally, we will take a look at these larger cards, if you would even call them that. You like maybe the different factions, okay? Double-sided. Vesuvians. And I guess it shows you which arena you'll be using. Cool, cool. Ooh. Pluto. All right, so. All right, well. Like all Chip Theory games, this is an audacious production. As a solo player, I'm very interested in seeing what this game will bring for a solo experience. That is Hoplomachus Victorum. Thank you for watching another Dice Tower Daily Unboxing.